We begin this morning with breaking news out of North Korea, with that country launching another ballistic missile into the Sea of Japan.
Yeah, but this morning, a chilling announcement from South Korean and Japanese officials. They believe this missile, which landed just 130 miles off the Japanese coast, had the capability to hit anywhere in the United States, and that it was also designed to carry nuclear warheads. This is just the latest in a series of escalations by the North, and comes just a day after it held a smaller missile launch. NBC News foreign correspondent Raf Sanchez joins us now, and he's been looking at this story recently with the latest. So, Raf, these tensions are growing in the region, and this latest test is just adding to the concerns that North Korea could be preparing to resume testing on nuclear weapons. So what do we know about that ballistic missile that they launched today?
Yeah, Stephen, good morning. This is the latest in what's been a pretty unrelenting barrage of missiles from the north. They fired more than 30 this month alone. I was in South Korea 2 weeks ago. They were basically firing missiles every day. Here's what we know about today's launch. It was fired early Friday morning, local time, from the Pyongyang area. The missile, as you said, fell off the coast of Japan, and all indications are it is an ICBM, an intercontinental ballistic missile. We don't know exactly which one, but we do know the North's most advanced weapon, the Hwasong-17, is capable, in theory, of hitting anywhere in the United States. So Los Angeles, D.C., New York, all in theory in range, all in theory could be hit with a nuclear weapon. Now, we are waiting to see, is this barrage of missile tests just the beginning of something bigger, and may we see the North Koreans go back to testing nuclear weapons for the first time since 2017? Stephen.
Quite alarming, these implications, Raf. So Vice President Kamala Harris is attending the APEC summit in Thailand and held an emergency meeting with other leaders over this missile launch. So what are their reactions to this? And is there any talk of more sanctions against North Korea over this latest launch?
Yeah, so the vice president is in the region. She's there a couple of days, of course, after President Biden was in Bali at the G20. This is the White House really trying to signal the American commitment to the Indo-Pacific region. We heard basically universal condemnation from that summit of leaders in Bangkok. We heard from the prime ministers of New Zealand, Canada, South Korea. Take a listen to what the vice president had to say.
This conduct by North Korea most recently is a brazen violation of multiple UN security resolutions. It destabilizes security in the region and unnecessarily raises tensions.
Now, Stephen, she talks about UN Security Council resolutions there. The North is clearly violating these resolutions, but the reality is the West has very few good options in terms of enforcing those resolutions without help from China. It's really only the Chinese who can turn the screws on North Korea. And right now, because tensions are so high between the U.S. and China over Taiwan and other issues, there's really not a whole lot of cooperation there.
Lots of complications for sure. And just quickly here, Raf, how is South Korea and Japan, how are they responding to today's launch?
So they've actually both conducted joint military exercises with the U.S. today, and the South Korean test was particularly pointed. South Korean fighter jets blew up a mobile missile launcher target, which is a very clear message to Kim Jong-un that the South, along with its American allies, is capable of attacking the kinds of weapons platforms the North would use to launch these missiles. Stephen.
All right, Raf Sanchez, thanks so much.
And now to the extreme winter storm that is slamming the Midwest. This morning, millions of people are waking up to several inches of snow, making it feel more like Christmas than Thanksgiving. Now, officials are warning another 12 hours of dangerous conditions are ahead, with up to 3 inches of snow an hour expected in some areas. Meanwhile, the Northeast is bracing for the worst as lake effect snow begins.
This is considered an extreme event, an extreme weather event. That means it's dangerous. It also means it's life-threatening.
Several states have already declared a state of emergency ahead of the storm. We have meteorologist Michelle Grossman standing by with more on what to expect this weekend. But first, NBC News correspondent Marissa Parra is in Buffalo, New York, where the lake effect snow warning is in effect until Sunday. So, Marissa, good morning to you. It looks like winter has come early there in Buffalo where you are. So walk us through what you're seeing on the ground.
Yeah, so one thing I will say, the lake effect snow is unpredictable. If you had come out to me just maybe 1 minute ago, it looked like we were standing in the middle of a snow globe, but this is the definition of lake effect snow. I can see another band coming our way, so maybe at the end of our hit, you'll see us get bombarded by snow. But listen, we just got the latest snow totals in our area in the Erie County. We're seeing that most areas are seeing at least a foot of snow. Some are seeing upwards, probably closer to 2 feet, and we could get upwards of 4 feet. So when we talk about the concerns here, it's of course the roads are a big concern. They can not only get slick, but when these bands come through, Kathy, it is so hard to see. It's upwards of maybe zero visibility in some places at some points. But it's not just a matter of what happens on the roads. They're also worried about people being safe and smart when they're inside their homes. If they have a place to go to, of course, they have shelters and emergency places set up so that people can go into places. But when it gets really cold and people turn on those generators, they want to make sure people don't get carbon monoxide poisoning and practice safety measures with that. And then lastly, depending on how much snow we get, there's always the risk for roof collapse if too much snow accumulates on those structures.
Yeah, Marissa, so this is going to be serious snow stuff, and the snow is already impacting locals with a driving ban in place in Erie County. It's also impacting the Buffalo Bills football game set for Sunday. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so they moved the Bills game on Sunday all the way to Detroit before we even saw the first snowflake here. And then you mentioned the driving ban. So a little further north, they changed that to a driving advisory. But here and further south, they still have that driving ban in effect. They've had that since 9 o'clock last night. And we mentioned how they're really not messing around here. Well, safety officials have stressed over and over and over what they don't want to see is a repeat of 2014. It was November of 2014 when the area saw roughly a dozen people die as a direct result of the snowstorm then. So emergency officials are saying now, they've said this multiple times, they don't want to see a repeat of that.
And Marissa, talk about bad timing. The storm comes just days before Thanksgiving and the holiday travel rush. So do officials see the storm impacting flights right now?
I mean, looking into the crystal ball, it's a little hard to say. I think it just depends on how much worse this gets. We've seen so many flights get canceled. I know that I was on one of the last flights to make it into Buffalo. And just anecdotally, I noticed there were people on my flight and people at the airport who were changing their travel plans as a result of the snowstorm, saying they wanted to get to where they needed to be ahead of Thanksgiving so they could hunker down and be with their family. So I think it's really just going to depend. Obviously, we're just going to have to wait this out and see for ourselves.
All right, and this is just the beginning. Marissa Parra, thank you. Stay warm.
All right, let's turn now to meteorologist Michelle Grossman with the latest on where that storm is and where it's headed.
Hey there, guys. Great to see you. Happy Friday. And yeah, it's going to be a rough go for people in Buffalo, Watertown, New York, because we're looking at this prolonged event. It started yesterday. It really started 36 hours ago. And we're still seeing this snow falling. You can see on radar the blue. That is the snow. It's that swirl right around the Great Lakes where that colder air is going over the warmer waters, producing this lake effect snow band. So very localized. You can see Buffalo, Erie, just north of Erie getting some snow. But if you go a mile, 2 miles, 3 miles outside of this band, they're getting nothing. So this is very localized. Watertown getting a lot of snow right now. Where you're seeing the lighter blues, the whites, that's the heaviest snow. And that's why we're expecting Buffalo to get upwards of 4 feet, 5 feet of snow, rivaling that 2014 snowstorm. Again, this is like a wall of snow. That's why they have that driving ban. So if you're out driving, it could be crystal clear, and then you go into these snow bands, and that's why it's so dangerous, down to zero visibility. We do have winter alerts stretching from Wisconsin to Michigan. We are expecting the western portions of Michigan to see some heavy snowfall as well. And then we have alerts stretching from Watertown to Oswego, Buffalo, Erie, also Cleveland. A winter storm watch is there for Cleveland, also Erie. And that's going to depend on where that snow band sets up there. Oswego, you're also under a winter storm watch. So we're expecting the highest snowfall totals in western Michigan, and then downwind of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. That includes Watertown and the southern towns, Buffalo, and also the southern towns there. And we're seeing that snow falling right now. We're going to continue to see this. This is going to take until Sunday Monday before it winds up. So we're looking up, or winds down, I should say, up to 5 feet of snow near Buffalo. That is a lot of snow. I know Buffalo, you're used to the snow, but it's the first one of the season. It gets very, very heavy. You have to stay ahead of that snow so you don't get that heavy snow load on the infrastructures. Extreme lake effect snow today with those intense bands, snowfall rates of 3 inches per hour. That's why it's so tough to be out and about in it. That's why we're going to see those airport delays or closing, major delays. And we're also going to see some trouble on the roadways as well. So we have the cold as well. We have freeze alerts stretching from the Carolinas to the southeast, also along the Gulf Coast. 20 million people impacted this morning by a freeze warning. That is in the pink. And this cold air stretches well beyond that. We're looking at morning lows in the below zero tomorrow. So if you're out and about, the soccer games, the flag football games, it's going to be really, really cold. We're looking at parkas recommended still as we go into next week. Look at Bismarck. Not much relief as we go into Sunday and Monday, still in the single digits. In the teens in Minneapolis on Saturday, just 12 degrees, 8 degrees on Sunday. Monday, looking at 17 degrees. Pittsburgh, you're cold too. Temperatures right around 20 degrees as you're waking up tomorrow morning. 17 degrees on Sunday and only 20 on Monday. So it is chilly everywhere. We have a big area of high pressure. It's funneling down this Arctic air from Canada. And we're looking at really cool temperatures all the way down to the south. So San Antonio, 55 degrees. That's 18 degrees below what is typical for this time of year. New Orleans, 57. Notice the 20s and teens. Omaha, just 26. That's 22 degrees below average. Burlington, Vermont, 39. 50 degrees in Charlotte. And it's going to feel more like winter, too, as we go throughout tomorrow. So feeling more like January as opposed to November. D.C. only in the 40s. Minneapolis, just 17 degrees tomorrow. Back to you guys.
Oof. Painful. Just
I know. I love how our banner said parkas recommended. I think all of mine are now out for the season.
Good call.
Scarves and hats.
That's right.
Perfect.
Michelle, thanks. Well, Thanksgiving is now less than a week away, and holiday travelers are already showing signs that they're ready to hit the road early this season, with airports already showing heavily booked flights ahead of next week's festivities. It all comes as transportation officials warn that Turkey Day this year will be the third busiest travel season in more than 20 years. NBC News correspondent Ron Allen joins us now from LaGuardia Airport here in New York with more on that. So, Ron, good morning to you. AAA predicting around 55 million people will be traveling for Thanksgiving. So what can they expect when they hit the door?
Well, that depends on where you're going and when you're going. If you're going somewhere today, it's pretty normal here. Everything is moving along. There are no delays here, at least in this part of New York. If you're trying to travel to Buffalo, you probably have a big problem up there. So the thing is that travel is getting back to normal. You know, we're past the worst of the COVID situation, and so airports are busy, the roads are going to be busy, and AAA and everyone else are advising, as always, to be patient and travel off peak and plan ahead and expect delays and all that. We spoke to the TSA administrator about what to expect at airports in terms of wait times, and here's some of what he had to say about that. Take a listen.
It's going to be busy. What I would say is that we're going to meet our throughput standards throughout the Thanksgiving holiday period. And for us, that's if you're a standard passenger, you can expect to wait 30 minutes or less on average. And if you're a pre-check passenger, generally 10 minutes, oftentimes 5 minutes or less.
Bottom line, though, Steve, is that it's going to be a very intense holiday season. People are anxious to get back to normal, to spend time with family, friends, and loved ones. And so the roads are going to be packed, the airports are going to be packed, and as they always say, pack your patience when you're traveling. Steve?
We love to say that on the news, pack your patience. So, Ron, that AAA report also showed that 49 million people are expected to drive to their destinations, showing road trips are up, I think, about 0.5% from last year. So what should we know about this?
Well, again, it's the same thing. You know, Thanksgiving is a busy driving holiday. People tend to drive to relatives' homes and so forth, and it's a rather compacted period. So again, there's going to be a lot of traffic out there, travel off peak. Gas prices are down from where they were, so that's probably going to add to the traffic on the roads as well. So AAA is saying that, again, the numbers are going to be close to where they were pre-pandemic levels. So take it easy. Again, today, if you can get off work, if you can keep your children out of school the first couple of days of next week, that will help, of course, and you can get on the road earlier, or you can book flights earlier as well. But again, the bottom line is things are going to be pretty much like they used to be, which is great news. But again, it's going to be challenging getting where you want to get to.
Things going more back to normal, but normal had plenty of frustrations as well. So, Ron, I did want to ask about other forms of transportation, buses, trains, cruises. Have they seen an increase in bookings? What can you tell us about that?
Everything has. There have been increases in travel. Everything is, again, sort of back to where it used to be, the good old days, pre-pandemic, or approaching that level. I guess we'll see, once we get into the holiday. We're still, Thanksgiving is, still almost a week away. So we've got a long run-up period to all this to look at everything. Of course, travel is looked at closely and microanalyzed. The bottom line is that the TSA at airports like this one, they're trying to get ready for this. They're trying to increase their staff. They say it is easier for them to deal with a period of intense travel like over Thanksgiving, more so than like through a longer extended period like through the summer. So again, everyone knows this is coming. Everyone sees it coming. But again, the bottom line is be patient. There's going to be a lot of traffic on the roads, a lot of traffic in airports. Hopefully the weather will hold up. If you get a storm like as is happening in Buffalo and other parts of the country, that of course is going to complicate things. But at the moment, things are moving well. If you can leave early, leave early. But it's going to be a typical sort of Thanksgiving holiday crush as we used to know, which is great news. But again, not so good news, depending on where you're going and when you're going. Steve?
That makes sense. Some good tips there. Lots of deep breaths for folks. Ron, thank you.
To Washington now, and the end of an era on Capitol Hill. Yesterday, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced she will step down from her leadership position in the Democratic caucus when Congress begins its new term.
With great confidence in our caucus, I will not seek re-election to Democratic leadership in the next Congress. For me, the hours come for a new generation to lead the Democratic caucus that I so deeply respect. And I'm grateful that so many are ready and willing to shoulder this awesome responsibility.
NBC News Capitol Hill correspondent Ryan Nobles joins us now with more on the changing of the guard. Ryan, good morning to you. So Pelosi has been in a leadership role with the Democrats for 2 decades now. Talk to us about how Pelosi came to this decision and more about her farewell yesterday.
Kathy, none of us knew for sure what her plans were until the moment she delivered them on the House floor yesterday. There's, of course, been a lot of speculation about what her plans were going to be. And I think a lot of it depended on whether or not the Democrats were going to be able to upset the trends of midterm elections and hold on to their House majority. When it became clear that that wasn't going to happen, that's when everyone started wondering whether or not Nancy Pelosi was going to move on. And then the question became, would she just leave leadership or would she leave the Congress altogether? And she's chosen to take the unique step of not leaving Congress, but just leaving her leadership position. And she talked on the floor yesterday about why she believes it is important to hand over the leadership baton to a new generation here in Washington.
A new day is dawning on the horizon, and I look forward, always forward, to the unfolding story of our nation, a story of light and love, of patriotism and progress, of many becoming one, and always an unfinished mission to make the dreams of today the reality of tomorrow. And now we owe to the American people our very best to deliver on their faith, to forever reach for the more perfect union.
And so the role that she's going to play here, as I said before, will be unique. She obviously has so many admirers, so many people that look to her for guidance. And so the fact that she's still going to be here while other people will take over the job that she had before could be helpful, but it also could be a distraction. So we'll have to see how this plays out once Republicans take the majority on January 3rd.
And Ryan, it wasn't just Pelosi, but Maryland Congressman Steny Hoyer, who currently holds the #2 leadership position, says he's also not seeking a leadership role. What's next for Democrats going forward, and who can potentially, can we expect to see in these new roles coming soon?
Right. Steny Hoyer, right. Also, Jim Clyburn, the #3 ranking Democrat, all of them octogenarians, all saying that they're going to stay in Congress but hand things over to a new crop of leaders. The name that everybody keeps looking back to is Hakeem Jeffries. He is a young congressman from New York City. He is a rising star in the Democratic Party. He is someone who seems to have consolidated the support of Democrats and seems poised to become the next Democratic leader. He'll be joined, it appears, by Catherine Clark, a Democrat from Massachusetts, who announced just this morning that she is seeking the Democratic whip position. And then Pete Aguilar from California, who served on the January 6th Select Committee and is likely going to be the next caucus chair. These are much younger members of Congress, but people that still have a certain degree of experience. And what is also most remarkable about them is how diverse they are. Hakeem Jeffries would be the first black leader of any party in Congress, both the House and Senate. So if he is successful, that would indeed be historic.
Yep, some big changes ahead. Ryan, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.